So is it cool to participate in a kids' lit quiz? What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
You should be more excited than that. You are South African champions, right? And soon to be world champions. So heading off to New Zealand, exciting times. Have any of you guys travelled out of the country before?
Yeah,
And where have you been, Jaskaran?
I've been to London before, like America.
Okay. And girls? Two of you?
Yeah, I've been to Austria.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Up to the mountains in Austria.
Yeah.
And Sam?
I've been to Stanford near Cape Town.
Okay, so you're about to leave the country for the first time.
Yes,
then.
I am.
So exciting times then for you, Sam.
Extremely.
And you're heading up to New Zealand. Where about in New Zealand the finals is?
So in Auckland, we'll be staying in a youth hostel in Auckland.
Right.
Children from all over the world will be gathered on the one floor of the youth hostel. They've booked that whole one floor out for us. So it'll be a wonderful time to mix with children from around the world. And they're all kindred spirits.
You know, and that's one of the benefits, Jaskaran, is that you won't just be there with your team, but similar young people from all corners of the globe with similar interests. So you must be looking forward to that.
Yes, definitely. It's nice to see different cultures combining in one place. Yeah.
Right, let's talk about books. What kind of books are you into, Jaskaran?
I'm into mythology books, mostly Greek, like Percy Jackson. I like action, adventure. I like reading spy books also, Hardy Boys and Alex Rider and all of those books.
So how did you fall in love with books?
Well, my grandfather and parents introduced me to books, really. My grandfather introduced me to Roald Dahl, and then I just started reading all of his books.
Your grandfather introduced you to books, and that's where the love affair started.
Yeah.
So into Greek mythology
Yeah.
at the moment, which is interesting. Michaela, in terms of your love affair with books, when did it start?
When I was really small, we have three bookcases stacked with books, and I sort of every now and then, when I was little, I didn't know how to read, so I'd eat the books. But when I was about like
You used to eat the books.
yeah,
Right.
I didn't know better.
Did you have puppies at home or something?
No.
Because that's learned behavior, right? Child books. Yeah.
But my parents introduced me to books, and I just fell in love with books. So.
Okay. So what books are you into? Who's your favorite author?
I don't have a favorite author. I love most authors.
Yeah.
I love action, adventure, and fantasy books. If there's not too much of it, sometimes romance, but like not over the top.
Yeah, hang on. What do you mean if there's not too much of it? Sometimes romance. Because then you're going to have to read the book,
Like
right?
not over my age group romance.
Oh, I see. Appropriate romantic
Yes.
literature, which is very, very good.
Yes.
I agree with you. Have you ever opened a book and thought, this is rubbish, and closed it?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay, so what makes a book appealing, Sam? Is it the cover? Is it the author? What is it that draws your attention to say, this may be interesting?
Well, for me, it's mostly the cover and the author, because I love visual things, especially in literature. And if the cover looks good, then they say judge a book by its cover, but really it's the cover that introduces you to the book first. And if the author's good, then I'm gonna look at the back.
So you do judge a book by its cover?
Well, yes, but then the cover might have a unicorn on it, and it might be the most meaning and in-depth book that I've ever read. It all depends.
So what's the best book you've ever read?
I actually don't have a favorite book.
Really?
Because I read so many different types of genres that really bits of me are sprinkled all over and scattered in many different types of books and genres all over the place.
Okay, so give me a bit of that sprinkling. What kind of genres are you into?
One side of me really loves mysteries. The other side likes Nancy Drew, and then there's Harry Potter. But then I also like Twilight a bit, just a tiny bit, just a Nancy bit. But I also like, let's see, I'm obsessed with Roald Dahl and Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan.
Disney books?
No, not Disney books, Disney movies.
Ah, okay. I was just checking because I haven't seen too many Disney books, but I'm also not in the market, to be honest. I'm a big fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. Anyone reads the Reverend W. Awdry?
Yeah, that's my small brother's favorite books, and I always read it to him. I try to read it to him.
So which is your favorite tank engine?
Well, Percy, because he's so humble.
Yeah. Percy is good. I also like, well, obviously Thomas is good, but Gordon and Edward.
Yeah.
Spencer and Emily.
Yeah.
I'm showing off now, right? Like I know my...
Toby also.
Yeah, Toby's a nice train as well. So, in terms of, preparing for this international quiz, you already said that you're going to be reading a lot, you're going to be working together as a team. What kind of guidance are you expecting from your teacher, Isobel? What kind of help are you desiring from her?
I can tell you, they nag for books all the time. Have you got this book? Have you got that book? They keep me on my toes. And it's great for my job because it makes me look out for all the latest books, the most exciting books that are around. And so
books are expensive there, Isobel.
Oh, very expensive. So we have a really good budget at our school because we understand how important reading is. But we also have brilliant families that, as their children outgrow their books, they donate them to school. So we have a really lovely selection of books also being donated, as well as the ones that I buy for school.
Well, that's remarkable, and must applaud Manor Gardens Primary for doing a remarkable job, with the kids, and not just this team who are South African champions, but just promoting reading, because I think that just opens up a whole new world, right?
Absolutely.
And far too many youngsters, and I'm not judging anybody, but there's television and electronic gadgets and so many things, WhatsApp. Do any of you have mobile phones? Have your parents, allowed you to access mobile technology?
No.
No? Michaela?
No,
None?
I'm strictly forbidden from having a phone.
Okay, let that continue for a while yet. And I'm assuming, Sam, you as well, because you don't watch television.
No, I have a phone, and I must tell you, I sometimes regret it because
Do you?
every 5 minutes, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
message.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp is, and I have no access to social media whatsoever. No Facebook, no Instagram. I don't even want to go there.
Life was much more simpler, Jaskaran, when Apple and BlackBerry were just fruit. Someone went and messed it up and turned it into technology. And I'm with you on this, Sam, because it just goes off absolutely ridiculously during the course of the day. So I'm going to get some questions from Isobel. I'm going to now ask you a few. You're going to be the quiz master, right?